Good morning, Mid-Michigan. Thank you for waking up with us. It is Saturday, May 21st. I'm Michael Thomas.
And I'm meteorologist Kendall Wilson.
We're here for you now with this morning's top stories. Kendall, our meteorologist, is joining me at the desk this morning to talk about the severe weather that Michigan has seen within the last 24 hours. Governor Gretchen Whitmer has now declared a state of emergency in Otsego County, and this all comes after a tornado that tore through the town of Gaylord, injuring 44 people and killing at least one.
Yeah, and this tornado was not only very rare to be seen in this portion of the state, but it's also rare in the fact of how it spawned. It spawned from what's called a supercell, which is essentially just a rotating thunderstorm. This particular tornado carved a path of destruction, flipping vehicles, tearing roofs off of buildings, and causing multiple other damages. The tornado passed through the city right around 3:45 yesterday afternoon, and we're going to put some visuals up on the screen really quickly. You can see it damaged multiple homes and businesses, down some trees and power lines that blocked roads, and that video shows the complete devastation left behind by the tornado, with whole sections of the town completely reduced to rubble. Now, homes and businesses were torn apart. In an RV business, piles of vehicles tossed around simply like matchbox toys. Residents say the twister nearly appeared out of nowhere.
Just come through. It just like was not here, and then it was here, and it just tore up everything.
And after the storm, first responders took to the streets searching for victims in damaged homes and businesses and picking through what was left of the town. Now, many of the businesses along the main street are completely gone. The Red Cross has set up a shelter at a nearby church for those who are now homeless. And the mayor of the town, Todd Sherrod, is still trying to put together just exactly the extent on the damages across the town.
I've never seen anything like it. You always see it on pictures and you always see it on TVs from other communities, but not in our backyard, you know, and the devastation it's numbing, very numbing.
You know, and I'm sure like many of, us here, many of you guys probably also saw all those photos online, photos, videos, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, just devastating for all of those people.
I mean, it was completely shocking looking at the pictures, and we try to put out these watches and warnings to make the public aware, but it's kind of hard to consider that this can actually happen to you. So of course, your Storm Tracker 6 team, we always want to keep you updated on the latest weather situation, and we're just beginning to enter into the severe weather season.
Yes.
So download that Storm Tracker 6 app, so any chance of severe weather, we can continue to keep you updated there.
Exactly. Well, thank you, Kendall, and hopefully they all are doing well and can recover from this at some point. Yeah. The Michigan Supreme Court has now agreed to hear Governor Gretchen Whitmer's legal challenge to the state's decade-old law that makes most abortions illegal. The court says it wants more information from the governor about erasing abortion ban, including whether it really needs to get involved immediately. Earlier this week, a judge at the Court of Claims froze the law with an injunction, and the state court asked whether the decision would make the governor's case a moot point. One Holt High School staff member has now been fired and another has resigned to a different work location, all in the aftermath of a fight that occurred at Holt High School on April 4th. Email correspondence obtained by 6 News confirmed this employment change. Now, Holt Superintendent David Hornak said the incident happened during a lunch break, and that's when the school contracted employee told a group of students to leave an area in the lunchroom. Hornak says that turned into an exchange of words. Both the staff member and the students involved say racial slurs were aimed at each other. Then a student who wasn't initially involved hit the staff member in the face. That student was, quote, removed from the building. A new state historical marker honoring civil rights leader Malcolm X, who spent his early years in Lansing, is now being placed in front of the Regency townhomes on the city's south side. The original marker was damaged. 1, 2, 3. And that's video from yesterday. The original marker was damaged back in March by a reckless driver. The marker site just off MLK marks a spot that became the Littles' homes after their previous home, located on the city's far west side near the airport, was burned to the ground yesterday. Deborah Jones, a niece of Malcolm X, along with the state representative Sarah Anthony, took part in the event and had this to say.
It was an opportunity to not just repair the marker, but start to repair Malcolm's legacy here in the city of Lansing. He meant so much to so many, and yet we haven't truly told his story. So I'm excited that so many people showed up here today to honor his legacy.
Later this fall, there are plans to further honor the legacy of Malcolm X with the Historical Society of Greater Lansing and the Library of Michigan. Now, this includes a plan to host a citywide audio of the autobiography of Malcolm X, along with hosting a bus tour to important sites reflecting his time here in the Mid-Michigan area.